Can you remember the last time you worked for an hour without checking your phone? For most of us, that's ancient history. Today, we're living in an attention economy that's a fancy way of saying our focus has become the most valuable resource on the planet. Let me paint you a picture. You sit down to work, you've got good intentions, a coffee in hand in, ping, your phone lights up, a Slack message, an email, a news alert. Suddenly, your brain's juggling a dozen tabs, and that one important task? Lost in the shuffle. Now, you might be thinking, but Daniel, multitasking is how I survive. But here's the kicker: cognitive switching cost. That's the mental tax your brain pays every time it jumps between tasks, and it's draining your energy faster than you realize. I've been there too, feeling pulled in 10 directions, productivity slipping through my fingers. But what if I told you this scattered approach is actually a myth? True progress doesn't come from doing more, but from going deeper. In this episode, we're diving into actionable focus tactics tools that help me reclaim my attention and can do the same for you. Ready to cut through the noise? Let's get tactical. First, let's unpack what's happening in your brain when you focus. Ever heard of deep work? It's the state where your prefrontal cortex, the brain's project manager, lights up, filtering distractions so you can think creatively and solve tough problems. But here's the plot twist: dopamine loops. Those are reward circuits that fire every time you check for new notifications. It's like your brain is craving tiny sugar hits of novelty, but it's sabotaging your ability to reach flow state. Now you might say, isn't it just about willpower? But research shows environment design trumps willpower. If your phone's within reach, your focus fragments 7 if you never pick it up. Let me tell you a story. When I first learned about attention residue, I realized every context switch, a very quick glance at email left behind mental clutter. I wasn't starting fresh. I was dragging baggage from the last task. So, the resolution? Build rituals that protect your focus. Turn off notifications, clear your workspace, and give your brain the conditions to thrive. We'll get tactical on how in a moment. Let's get practical. What if you could guarantee 1 hour of deep, undistracted work every day? That's the core of my strategy. A single, non-negotiable focus session. I call it a focus anchor. Neuropsychologists would call it a keystone habitome, powerful routine that makes everything else easier. For me, it's a daily 60-minute block on my calendar, protected like a doctor's appointment. Now, you might be thinking, what about emergencies? What if I get interrupted? I get it. But here's the thing. When you communicate your boundaries, hey, I'm unavailable from 10 to 11 people, respect your time more than you expect. Personal story. Last quarter, I scheduled my focus anchor before checking email. The result? I finished projects ahead of deadline, and my stress dropped off a cliff. Resolution time. Try blocking off your own focus anchor tomorrow. Even if it's just 30 minutes, treat it as sacred. You'll be shocked at what a single session can unlock. Let's talk tactics. The first tool, airplane mode. It sounds simple, but this digital firewall is your best friend. When my phone goes on airplane mode, I'm sending a signal it's focus time. Second, use a Pomodoro timer. That's a productivity hack where you work in 25-minute sprints, then take a short break. It leverages your brain's ultradian rhythm's natural cycles that help maintain alertness. Now, you're probably asking, but Daniel, what if I need to check something online? My rule: batch your distractions. Keep a notepad nearby, jot down what pops into your head, and stay focused until your timer's up. Here's a quick story. I once tried working with 15 browser tabs, open email, chat, news, you name it. My attention was like a leaky bucket. When I switched to single task mode, my output literally doubled. So, the actionable takeaway? Set up your digital environment to help you win. Disable pop-ups, silence your phone, and close non-essential apps. You're the architect of your attention. All right, how do you know if it's working? Here's where the feedback loop comes, in a classic systems thinking term. You need evidence, otherwise you're just guessing. Start with a focus journal. Jot down, what was your priority, how long did you work deeply, and how did you feel afterward. Over time, you'll spot patterns, maybe mornings are best, or maybe you hit your stride after lunch. Now, you might wonder, do I have to track every detail? Not at all. Even a quick end-of-day reflection, did I protect my focus today, can create accountability. Let me share. When I started tracking my focus sessions, I noticed a direct correlation: fewer distractions meant more creative breakthroughs. The data didn't lie. Resolution. Make measurement a habit. It's the difference between drifting and directing your growth. Your progress deserves to be visible. Here's the big picture: focus is a muscle. You don't build it overnight. It grows with practice, just like strength training. Neuroplasticity, that's your brain's ability to rewire itself, means every focus session makes the next one easier. But here's the conflict. Old habits fight back. When you get restless, tempted to scroll or check messages, that's resistance to your brain craving the comfort of distraction. Now you might be thinking, is it worth the effort? Let me assure you, on the other side of discomfort is momentum. You'll start to crave the clarity that focus brings. Personal story: after a month of consistent focus anchors, my work felt lighter, my mind felt sharper, and I found time for what really mattered: family, learning, even rest. So here's my challenge to you. Treat your focus like a precious asset. Protect it, invest in it, and watch how your life transforms. Because you're not just getting more done, you're becoming who you're meant to be.